This is all about having a talk amongst yourselves about what would you do.
We've been running these events around the country. We're about halfway through, and it's an opportunity for optometrists and opticians to come and collect their peer review CET points, which is part of the new enhanced CET system. Peer review is an opportunity for practitioners to get together and talk about cases and share their ideas and share their practices and learn from each other. And that might be anonymised cases which represent things that they do in practice on a day-to-day basis, or it might be their own case records. We originally planned to run 10 events, but we've extended that to 12 when we've increased the capacity at each of the dates that we've already got. When we launched the AOP peer review roadshows, we were sold out in 48 hours. So there was great enthusiasm to book, and in fact we have something like a 300 strong waiting list. A lot of the participants have arrived slightly nervous, not quite sure what's going to happen, not quite sure what they're going to be asked about, and a little bit worried that they might be shown up in some way that they don't know something clinical. In fact, they've gone out after the peer review and on their way out the door have said how useful it's been, how interesting it's been, how much fun it's been, how it hasn't been threatening, and how they've actually got a lot out of it.
Why have you come along and what do you expect to get out of this event?
I think because the CET has changed their standards that we need now to have some peer reviews, and I think a peer review will be a good way of communicating with other optometrists as to what their best practice is and what we can do to improve all our own best practices.
I'm hoping I will learn something, and it's a requirement for the GOC, so I think that's one of the reasons the new enhanced CET we have to do, so it's probably one of the reasons I've come.
Fantastic, great. So we all get that kind of hang of it? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on to case number 2.
I found it quite educational and a lot of information I picked up from the whole session.
It was really stimulating and refreshing just to be able to sit around a table and throw ideas around with other colleagues. It's quite illuminating and makes you realise how insulated you can become actually, especially being in practice on your own. And it's a brilliant discussion forum, and I hope it will continue. And I think it is nice and interactive to meet other colleagues. It's got all benefits for it all round. I think it's a great way of learning.
Great, thank you. And do you think you'll go to any more?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely, it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
Definitely, yes.
Something I'd definitely do again. It's a better way of learning.
I thought it was great. I thought it was very interactive. There's a lot of discussion. And I'll definitely go to the next one, yeah.
Well, I thought it was quite excellent. It was very delightful being with some younger colleagues and actually being able to pit my experience against their extra knowledge, and that very, very pleasant evening.
It was great. The event was really good, really informative. Everyone got involved, and I think that's the whole point. We could all discuss cases. Not everyone agreed, but I think everyone came home with something new.
There was a lot of energy in the room. I think everybody got really engaged. It was really interesting discussion. The great thing about it is the people that have done the session for the first time are very excited to doing peer review sessions in the future, which is brilliant.
Certainly from the enthusiasm that's been expressed by our members and other practitioners, there are people keen to come along to peer review that haven't had the opportunity yet, so we'll look at putting on some more events if we can.